earth bunts covering all approaches to the town, fighting against all odds with an outflanking move of a brigade-sized force through the Namdi-Khadal Lagoon. The 5-9 Division liberated January 2009. Due to desperation of losing Mullaitivu, the LTT launched a major counterattack on the 5-9 Division front, northwestern edge of Namdi-Khadal Lagoon on 1st February 2009. The initial breaking in of the LTT was absorbed and repulsed at second and third lines of defenses of Own, and 3 days of intense counterattacks and counter-attacks. The LTT was pushed back to the original positions by February 2009. Chale, the launching pad of the Sea Tigers operations, was exclusively used for LTT Sea Tiger training and suicide cadres. Further, it was used as a landing zone for smuggling of weapons, equipment, and other required items. The 5-5 Division, after gaining control of Chuddikulam Island on 24th January, engaged in a heavy battle to bring Chale under its control on 4th February. The Task Force 2 liberated Udayar-Kattukulam village have commenced crossing into the liberated areas in large numbers, and the troops worked on a priority basis to cater their urgent requirements such as food, shelter, medical, transport, etc. Anticipating the future requirements, action was initiated to prepare a site and other essential commodities at Manik Farm, Vavnia, in order to meet the urgent needs of the civilians who would be displaced. On 8th February, Task Force 8, the last offensive formation was raised for the final countdown. It was launched along the Mankulam Pudukkottu-Thirippu A34 road towards Pudukkottu-Thirippu, whilst 5-8 Division was advancing north and Task Force 2, Task Force 4 were advancing south of Paranthan Mullaitivu Road. On 9th February, the LTT carried out a desperate suicide attack on the 5-8 Division's IDP receiving center at Pulyanpokkavane, killing troops and the civilians, including children and elderly people, thus compelling the army to sprint all civilians' protected cages subsequently. In continuation of its atrocities, the LTT fired at civilians who were trying to escape from the LTT-held areas at Udayar-Kattukulam on 10th February 2009, killing 19 civilians and 75 injuring. A number of suicidal attempts were also made by the LTT using hardcore cadres and vehicles laden with explosives to breach baselines during this period, as shown on the screen here. Even with all these atrocities, the government declared the 4th no-fire zone in Puthumatalan on 12th February 2009. However, the LTT disregarded the no-fire zone by moving its artillery and mortars into the declared no-fire zone. By then, the LTT area of control was reduced only to Pudukkottu-Thirippu and Puthumatalan. The 5-8 Division, maneuvering towards east with the intimate support of armor, liberated the last biggest township under LTT control, Pudukkottu-Thirippu, which was heavily fortified with well-constructed bunkers, earth bunts, trench lines, mines, and booby traps on 3rd March 2009, after few days of intense fighting. Meanwhile, 5-3 Division and Task Force 8 reached the south of A35 Road in general area Pudukkottu-Thirippu. At dusk on 3rd March, it was reported that a large number of civilians men and women sailing toward the north in small boats to the cleared area through the formation of 5-5 and 5-8 divisions visual link. Across Chale Lagoon, waving clothes and screaming, pausing themselves as civilians escaping toward the north from the grip of the LTT and landing 2 to 3 kilometers behind their own positions. By midnight, the LTT launched a full-scale counterattack on the security forces from a small isle strip situated in the middle of the lagoon between Chale and the mainland. Simultaneously, approximately 400 civilians allowed in the guise of the innocents, conducted a suicide attack to the artillery gun position at Vishwamadu, destroying a couple of guns, simultaneously assaulted onto the lines held by 5-5 and 5-8 divisions. Troops launched repeated counter attacks from early hours of 4th March and continued till 8th March until the situation was brought under control, experiencing considerable damage to both parties involved. In the follow-up on search and clear operations, troops recovered a large number of terrorist dead bodies, male, female, and warlike equipment. The 5-8 division maneuvered from north in the lagoon front and from the east, breaching the earth band and liberated the Iranapale on 19 March 2009. Meanwhile, on the 1st April 2009, having identified a LTT built up for a major counter-attack with its last remaining stalwarts, after deliberate planning, the 5-8 division initiated a classical double envelopment with the support of 5-3 division for the first time in 3 decades war and linked up with each other on 2nd April 2009. Thus trapping the LTT into a 1 square kilometer area in Iranapale in Pudukkottai East. By then, all the civilians had left for the no-fire zone in Puthumathalan, leaving only the trapped terrorists. During the midnight on 3rd April 2009, terrorists trapped inside managed to break through the first and the second lines of troops on a desperate attempt to escape, but were killed by the third. Terrorists fired heavy weapons, including 130mm gun, a 122mm gun, and a pedal gun in direct roll at close range, causing damage to own troops. On 5th morning, 5-8 and the 5-3 divisions completed double envelopment operation and troops recovered a few hundreds of LTT dead bodies, including well-known top rankers of LTT and a huge quantity of weapons, including artillery guns. This was the turning point of the one humanitarian operation where LTT leadership could not withstand the losses of their most regarded field commanders in one go. Continuing with the momentum, the 5-8 and the 5-3 divisions advanced eastwards, gaining control of the remaining portion of the land, except for no fire zone at Puthumathalan.